Right.
Oh
It's true
boy.
story.
Are you ready for your question from Johan Hunt?
Oh bloody hell! That guy's got zero skills. Yeah,
If
go
you
on.
get it wrong, you
Yeah.
have to admit you've got dead skills.
The thing is, right? Alfie's there, yeah. She'll tell you I ain't got dead skills. Everyone knows I ain't got dead skills. That guy's got dead skills.
I
Wonder
just
Woman
don't
from Wish.
understand what skills of his are dead. Is it just all of his skills in life?
Literally anything he does, he's got. He sports Manchester United.
Can he not
Simple.
like eat soup?
No.
Heard it
Do you
at
know
first.
why? Do you know why? Shall I tell you?
What?
I'll tell you a funny, an interesting fact about Johan Blunt. Right? Is that he won't eat anywhere. He won't literally. I'd say, you fancy going out, having a meal? No. Why? Too many calories. Too many calories. Yeah, this is why one day, I remember when they first started training and he did a promo against me. And I think I said to him, I said, "You're the first white Ethiopian I've ever seen in my life." I said, what I mean? The title belt will weighed more than him, right? And he calls it raised by freaking wolves. What the hell did they feed him on? Kitty cat.
Oh, he was raised with wolves. We had this conversation the other day. He wasn't
Yeah.
raised by wolves, he was raised with wolves. So me being me was like, so your mum and dad just adopted a bunch of wolves and they're like your brothers. That's how I heard it.
This is what someone had dropped him on his head quite a few times, pure and simply because of sports Manchester United. Do you know what I mean? And yes. So what's this question that waste man is asking?
Right, you've got to admit you've got dead skills if you get it wrong. You're not allowed to use any tools. How much is 6 plus 2,345 minus 54 plus 464 times 3.4 in brackets divided by 12 times 3?
Hold on, can you just repeat that? No, I won't have a bloody clue. I'm not. And it ain't. Do you know what it is? It's not. It's not that I get the equation wrong. It's just. It's a stupid question. It's like. It's like him coming to the ring dressed like Wonder Woman. Why? And it's like. Do he's a Wonder Woman from Wish or Timu or whatever it's called. You know what I mean? It's just this pointless. He's like Thor's sister.
To be fair, I bumped into him about 4 times on
Right.
Friday because I
Oh,
just
did
couldn't
you?
see him. So then I was calling him Johann Cena, and he really didn't like it. So then Mark started singing, "He's raised by wolves," like non-stop. It just turned into a big thing, to which I then got ChatGPT to make me a picture of Johann
Yeah.
Hunt as John Cena.
Oh,
He didn't
have you
like it.
have you shared it on
No,
social media? Why?
because
Send me
I'm
it.
not mean. I'll
Send
send
me it.
it.
I promise I will not send. I will not post it all over social
He
media.
looks more like Elias in it than John Cena.
Who's Elias? Oh, right. I have no idea. Nah, I'm only joking.
Call yourself a wrestler. So, Alfie, we'll get back to you. Tell me about how you came about going PPW and how you find it.
So so I've been there about a year and a half. It was in January, like last January, I think I started. And it was in Sheffield, and I'd been travelling down to Nottingham to go train there. So I was like, it's a bit less of a journey for me, so I'll check it out. Um, and yeah, I sort of like, I was so nervous the first time I got there, and there was like a code panel on the door, and they gave you the code, and I couldn't get in. So then I had to ring the PPW phone. I was like, I'm stuck outside. So for a very anxious person, I was just like, I can't do this.
I'd have known.
But I was like, no, I'm out. I tried. Um, yeah. But you know what? It was the best decision I ever made going in them doors, because I was talking. Well, Nathan was actually talking to me about this on. I saw him Friday, and he was like, "You just part of the furniture now, you and Sky. You just you." And I'm like, "I know," but it
Is
feels great because it's really.
is is that how you met Sky? Like, because at PPW? Because you two have become
Yeah.
double trouble now.
Uh, do you know what? It should be worrying because she has my sense of humour, which is quite like out there. So it's like instead of what we do is how we deal with mental health is we share memes and are like us. Just laugh at our problems.
That is how you deal with it, isn't it? No, I've always dealt
Yeah.
with it.
But,
Yeah.
Alfie, Nikki,
Same.
can I just tell you what helps me through my mental health? You know,
What?
like you were saying, you were laughing at memes. I laugh at Johan Hunt because that guy's got dead skills, weak skills, whatever he's got is everything's dead. You know what I mean? Do you know what? One day I saw him with steel toe cap boots on once, and when I looked from the side, I thought he were a golf club. I tell you, that's yeah. That's who I laugh at. That's who I go to him for my mental health. Feel so much better afterwards. I always think, Lord, thank you. You didn't make me like him. Do you know what I mean?
You know what I
Oh.
like? EastEnders. I love watching EastEnders because it makes me feel better about my life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I listen
like
to Am I the Arseholes or like Reddit's Am I the Arsehole thread.
that's all
Could be
that's
this
coming up
guy.
on Facebook at the minute, and I'm like, I have never clicked on any of these. And like every other feed, it's just "Am I the arsehole?" And I'm reading them, and I'm like, yeah, you are.
It's so clearly deluded, like, I don't think I'm in the wrong. Like, mate, you're a fucking prick.
Pretty much.
Man, you're a
Honestly,
fucking
I could
prick.
look at my phone now and one would be there. Like, I don't know why
Yeah.
they're stalking me, but maybe they're trying to tell me I need to send one in.
Just see if you can go viral, make something up, you know.
I bet all of them are made up, to be fair. There's so many that I'm reading and I'm like, that can't be real. Can't be real.
Yeah, no one is, no, well, actually, you think no one is like this, but then you meet some people and it's like, oh, maybe there are some people like that then.
Well, we were literally at school earlier and they had the gates closed because a kid was trying to escape, right? So they were like, well, we can't let you in until we've got this kid because he'll run out the gate. So this woman just walks past us all, presses the buzzer to be let in. So they open the gate, the car gate, just walks in. I'm like, if that's not entitlement and just
Yeah.
what is? Because and then all these other mums started following her, so the gate was just staying open. And I'm like, if this kid goes missing, right, it's all their fault. But
You have to go running.
self-entitlement is such a thing at the minute. Like, I don't understand when everyone became so selfish and so
Mm-hmm.
all owes me something.
Mm.
Oh,
I don't
100%.
I don't know when that happened, but it seems to be everyone at the minute.
It does. It does.
It does. It's awful. Awful. But anyway, we'll
Oh.
get off that because me and Alfie could probably go on a massive rant right now. But we did have a question for you from Jess, my friend who she just goes to Tidal and Planet and stuff. She would like to know, what planet is Dee Dee from, and are there more of Dee Dee's kind out there?
Mm.
Oh, that is a good question. See, we're from a planet that's in like a whole other universe that you've got to go through like the black hole in order to find us. We know that things get destroyed when they go into black holes, but like there's a passageway that if you seep through, it's just there. We don't really have a name because we're in the abyss. But yeah, there are more of us. Um, so maybe you might not want to go visit us because you just get more of this. And I don't know whether you'd be able to deal with that. I mean, Dee Dee has a hard time dealing with me as it is, but Dee Dee's the most logical one of them all, really. And the mothership needs Dee Dee back, not me.
They're just gonna leave you. They're just gonna leave you
Yeah.
here. That's not fair.
No, I can't do it. I'll be on a bike like E.T. trying to fly. Like, no.
I'll have Mustafa in the basket.
Got to be a big bloody basket, I tell you that. I tell you what, it won't be floating, it'll be like straight going downwards.
I remember a few years ago that you couldn't walk around Leeds without seeing a billboard poster thing for Active Fit or something with his face, right?
I caused so many bloody accidents, I tell you. Yeah, Active Leads it was.
That was it. You couldn't walk around Leeds
Shall I
without
tell you a
seeing
secret?
it.
Oh, did you see it? Did you see it? Shall I tell you a secret?
Go on.
So basically, we were filming for 2 days, and the lady that was producing it, she kind of overheard me that I wrestle. So she went, "You wrestle?" So she went, "Yes." What do you do? I told her everything. I said, "Oh, I said one of my favorite things, all-time favorite things, is doing promos." She went, "Can you do one now?" So I said, "Yeah, what do you want me to do about?" She went, "Active Leads, that you come to this sports centre, right?" And I did it in one take. So basically I went, right, action, and I went, "Hi, I'm so and so, blah 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 bang, and I'm type 2 diabetic and this, that, and the other, and I've been coming to Active Leads, and I love the instructors at Active Leads, and since I've been coming down to Active Leads, I've lost 27 pounds within so many weeks, right? It's got me encouraged to do this, that." And it was all bull. I've never been to Active Leads gym in my life. I don't think I've ever been to the gym. Have you seen me? But yeah, so that was yeah, and one of my cousins, she sent me a message. She went, "We've just seen you." I said, "What do you mean you just seen me?" She went, "You're at a bus stop," and I went, "I'm at work." And she went, "No, you're at a bus stop." I said, "What are you on about?" And then she sent me a picture, and then so many people sending me pictures. I was like, "Oh my god." That was a weird feeling. That was weird.
Isabel's dad was because when she was little, like he'd get up at middle at night with her if I was trying to get some sleep, or early morning, and he'd just watch through shows, and he shouts me downstairs, and he's like, look, Mustafa Khan's in Man Like Mobeen, right?" And he was obsessed with the fact that Mustafa Khan was in it.
Oh. Do you know, that has got me in so much bother.
Really?
Oh, in a good way,
Oh.
So one of the things I do is, like, there's a lady that I know called Jo. She used to be an English teacher, and obviously I do the wrestling, the kickboxing, the acting, and this, that, and the other. And she went, "Can you come down and just do an inspirational talk?" I went, "Yeah." So, and I was going round to schools, giving like talks and this, that, and the other. And I went to this school in Bradford, and 1,000 and plus kids in there. And she went, and there was only about 10, 15 kids that I needed to talk to. And they were like, "Oh, can you come back? Can you come back?" And blah, blah, blah. And she went, "This is the first time they've ever asked a guest speaker to come back. How would you like a tour of the building?" I went, "Yeah, of course." So I'm walking around the building with Joe and the vice principal. And the vice principal's going to me. She went, "I've seen you somewhere before." So she went, "What part of Bradford are you from?" And I'm thinking, "Oh, just because I'm Asian, you think I'm from Bradford?" No, I said I'm from Leeds. You know what I mean? So anyway, the dinner bell went. Kids started to come out of the classrooms and all that for the lunch. Thousands of kids. And then all these kids just started, "Oh my God, man like man like Mobeen," caused chaos in this whole school. I turned around to the vice principal. I went, "I'm really sorry, miss, but yeah." And she went, "No, that's where I've seen you from." And I'm like, havoc. And yeah, I caused every school that I've gone in. It's like, it's been chaos. And I'll be honest with you, it's what it's 2025 now, and we filmed that back in 2019, and it was aired 2020. People still stop me.
Wow.
It's ridiculous. It's weird. People still remember me from from Man Like Mobeen, and I didn't even have a major part. But one of the beautiful things was it's like I don't really have a lot of self esteem and self confidence and this, that, and the other. But a lady called Anne that got me the job to work on that. She sent me a lovely message saying that BBC absolutely love you. They want you to come back for the final scene. Then they changed the script, so they're giving you some lines. And so I went back to film this final part for that series 3, and Gus Khan that day. This sounds bad, but that day when we were filming the final part, I got fired from a job, and I went to apologize to him. I said, I can't. I've not put my heart and soul into the scene. I apologize. I said literally half an hour ago I found that I lost my job, and he just took me to one corner and he just went, look, maybe this is what you need to be doing. He went, one door closes, another one opens. Do you know? So yeah. So Man Like Moby. that was I loved it. I loved working on that. I
I
absolutely
bet you
loved it.
did. I mean, I want to say I watched it, but I didn't because I just had a newborn baby and I was asleep.
Oh. Right. Oh, is that the time? Right.
I can't sit here and lie to you. Like, oh
No,
yeah,
it's good. It's
brilliant.
all right. I see that you lie to me when distance is between us, isn't it?
Oh
Wait
yeah,
till I
well,
see.
see what's happening, and I'll be like,
Yeah. Oh
and
dear.
you're going to Germany in December, aren't you, Alfie?
I am, yes.
Yeah.
The 7th, 14th, 7th, 14th, the
14th.
14th of December. Do you know what? As a place, I do love Germany. Like I love Berlin, like the art and stuff there. So yeah, I'm really excited about getting the opportunity to go back. And this is with Gore, the German Alliance Wrestling. And it should be interesting. I'm not quite sure what a Queen Gambit match is, but I think there's 7 of us in the match. So that will
Oh,
be very interesting.
I did look, and aren't you all from different countries in the match?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, there's some really.
there's you,
Sorry.
yeah, no, sorry, it's me. I'm just talking. Yeah, I think I saw
No,
someone
no.
from Switzerland and like you from UK and someone from Germany, obviously, and like all different countries. I think that's really cool.
Oh, it should be really cool. There's some really good, some really great women in there too. There's actually one that. So I went to train at WXW in was it March maybe or May, and I went against someone called Jane Nero, and she's actually in the match, so that should be really fun. So I really enjoyed facing her last time. So yeah.
It's really good that you're getting these opportunities and you're getting to travel the world, and that must be amazing. Doing what you love as well.
Oh man, I'm so shocked. Like I never thought I'd be in this situation. I mean, I'm just a little ginger-haired weirdo, you know. So like the fact that people want me, and I'm just like, I am so thankful and grateful for everything that I ever get to do. Like, I genuinely didn't think I'd still be doing it. Genuinely didn't think I'd do it in the first place. So, like, everything now is just like, just amazing. Like, and I love being Alfie and I love having Dee Dee. So, it's just fun. It's what it should be.
Definitely. It was Liam Slater who said to me, if anything stops being fun, just don't do it anymore. You've got to
Yeah.
love what you're doing. And it's like what Mustafa was saying earlier about perseverance and stuff. It's that saying, and it's a marathon, not a sprint. And
Yes. And that is very true.
I think you took a few years, you found out your character, you found something that works, and it clearly does. And like I was saying to Maddie, how at LWF there's so many little girls that look up to her and stuff. But I
Mm.
think with Isabel, she's taken to you, especially because you are ginger, because you are different. Like I want her to look at you. She's going to be at Planet. She's going to see you in the ring beating up 3 guys, and that's you're the kind of woman that I want my daughter to turn into.
Oh, that's so lovely. I love Isabel too, and she could definitely she could wreck shit.
She could. But I wanted to, because there was always, when I was younger, especially, it was like the gingers were the weird ones. They were the ones that got bullied, and I always worry that it's going to be that way with her. But then she sees you, she sees Sandy Beecher, she sees Rebecca, and she knows you're all strong women. And I never wanted to be ashamed of her hair color or anything like that. And I think getting to know you, especially because she's got her mini Dee Dee, we have to have it. Dee Dee's in front of our telly on the TV cabinet.
I love that.
And it's just nice that she's got women like you to look up to.
Oh no, thank you, bless you, thank you so much. I honestly, and I do like, and I see that, and like it's been pointed out a few times, and like even like Ref Katie was saying, like on some of the shows that he did, like you stand out as being different, and like you have such a like opportunity to show what like you can love what you do, love who you are, what your hair color is. It doesn't matter what people say or anything. And I do make it like I remember what it was like growing up in the 90s as a ginger, and it was just not fun at all. But I think it's a beautiful hair color now. So I like make it my mission, especially if it shows and I'll see little ginger haired like little girls or stuff. So I'll always make it like a thing to go up to them and just tell them how beautiful the hair looks and that it looks like mine. And like it's kind of like sort of like heals you slightly as well. Every time that they come up to you and they're so happy and they're always like, I have the same hair color as you, and you're like, that's why I do it. Like, that's just what I want to do. Just be that person. Be like, you can be whoever the fuck you want to be. You can like whatever you want to like. And it doesn't matter what people say, as long as you're being true to who you are and you feel happy at doing that. And, then, what, go for it. Be what you want to be. Wear what you want to wear. Like what you want to like, There are no rules.
I wish there was like this kind of role model for me growing up. Like, when I thought female wrestlers, it was all fake boobs and little lingerie and beautiful and the blonde hair. And growing up, I was always, that's how you're supposed to look. That's how you're supposed to be. And I still have such serious like self-confidence issues. But I think meeting people like you and coming to shows and things like that has helped my confidence in the way that I feel like I can finally be myself.
And that's
it's
what we want.
Yeah, it's been so good getting to know you again. And, because I think it was a Planet show when I first saw you again, and it had been so long. And you were just like, oh, Nikki. And I was like, she remembers me. What did I do wrong?
I can't forget you, Nikki. Wow.
I'm going to take it as a compliment. Because, like, I took so many years away from wrestling, and I've gone back, and everyone remembers me, and I'm like, even Leon Slater remembers me, and I hadn't seen him since he was a kid, and he was just like, "You all right, Nikki?" I was like, "Oh wow, like he's DNA and he knows my name."
Nikki, do you know what? Like, I think me and Alfie have talked about this in the past about how we kind of see ourselves, and we're all good at what we do, but it just proves how much you mean to people. If they remember you, it means they've never really forgotten you. Do you know what I mean? And it's like when I saw you when I was wrestling at UKW, and it's like I had to do a double take, and I went, "Oh, is that?" And I ran. When I saw it, joking, not joking, though. But what I'm kind of trying to say is that, do you know what, you've made an impact on people, and they've not forgot you. Do you know what I mean? And that's something sweet. That's something special, and it's always great when it's like like, okay, when I saw you, I still remembered you. Like you said, Leon Slater remembered you. So many people remember you, and it's just and I remember the times when you used to years ago when we did see you, and it was like it was never really the same when you weren't there. Do you know what I mean? And it's like to see you back there. It's like, yeah, oh, she's back. Do you know what I mean? And like I said, you've made an impact on people's lives. I'm not just saying it for the sake of saying it. Alfie will tell you the same thing. And it's like, if you want remembered, no one will remember you. Do you know what I mean? And it just proves that, what people, love and care about you. Do you know what I mean? And that.
Try, stop it.
No, but it's true. It's true though. It's true. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's
And
nice.
you
It's
know,
weird. It's nice.
yeah. No, I mean, and it's like, me and Alfie, we communicate quite a bit. I do see Alfie at kickboxing and this, that, and the other, and I usually tell quite a few stories at end of training sessions and what about my life, what I've been through. And I've also, like I said, I've said it earlier on, low self confidence, self esteem, and this, that, and the other. But I've worked in education for 20 years, and when I'm walking in town and an adult that's got a couple of kids taps me on the shoulder and say, "Oh, you're Mr. So and so, so and so," and I'm like, "Yeah, do I know you? You used to work at my school." And I thought, if I were a total prick to them, they wouldn't have approached me, they wouldn't have mentioned it, and one of the weirdest things is that at my darkest times, out of the blue, I'll get a message from one of the ex pupils I used to work with a number of years ago, and one of the beautiful messages I had was from a person that I worked with, and when she was in year 7, she was like labeled as the worst kid ever, and I got asked would I teach her kickboxing. And she said to me, she went, "Say, I don't really want to do kickboxing. Can you teach us boxing instead?" And I taught her. And for several weeks, I taught her. Her behavior improved and everything. But because of the management, they didn't like it, even though she started to improve. She wrote, I don't know how old she's, I think she's in her 20s now, and she wrote me a beautiful message saying, "You're the only one that believed in me. You're the only one that, took time, and this, that, and the other." And it's like, you know, you've made an impact on people's lives. Alfie's made an impact on people's lives, yeah. I have, and the thing is sometimes, but do you know what? We're all humble. We don't walk around with a chip on our shoulder. There's no arrogance. There's no attitude. No nothing. And I'm gonna say it. I know I've suffered, and I know everyone's suffered. And when you've suffered so much, you know what? And sometimes we've got to go out of our way at times. We do what we do, so because we're helping others. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So we want other people to benefit. Well, and I guarantee you, there's 3 of us here now, and I guarantee you, and if I'm lying, you tell me, but I guarantee that us 3 will always want others to benefit before we put others first before ourselves. And
100%.
I know that with Alfie, I know that with you, I know that with myself. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I know I'm going on a bit, but you have made an impact on people, right? And people won't forget you. Do you know what I mean? So it's good. So take credit.
That's why I wanted to start doing this as well, though, like the podcasts and stuff, because I want it to be not just about the wrestling. I want to show the people and the
Yeah.
good people that there are, and the other side to them. Like we've just, we've had serious conversations, but we've had so much fun as well, and a right laugh. Like I was crying.
Mhm.
And I I think sometimes the fact that wrestlers are people too kind of gets swept under a little bit,
Yeah, yeah.
because you're not just your characters. You are people underneath there. There are good people. There are fun people. There are people who've had so much trauma and issues, and everyone has got their own stories and their own way of dealing with things, or and I think it's important for everyone to see that as well.
The thing is, one of the hardest things, and Alfie will tell you the same thing, is like when you're in effect, we're all role models, yeah, right? We're role models. And when I remember the day my uncle died, I was supposed to teach kickboxing that night, and his granddaughter, I said, I'm going to bring all my students to cancel kickboxing tonight because obviously with uncle passing away, and his granddaughter just turned around, she went, "Don't you dare." She went, "Don't you dare cancel that class." I went, "Yeah, but your granddad just died. My uncle's just died." And she went, "Yeah, but if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't be in martial arts. You need to keep that going, in his name." And one thing what people don't realize is that as an instructor, as a wrestler, as anything, when you're at and you've got to entertain or you've got to teach, you've got this, but you're going through so much yourself. There's a picture of me where when I lost everything, my whole world crumbled. I'm in the wrestling ring, but I'm squatting down, touching the floor, head in my arms, and I've put, even in victory, I'm still a loser. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, but that grip of wrestling brings you back in. Do you know what I mean? It gives you, starts giving that motivation to say, "Do you know what? I don't want to quit this because this is where I want to be."
Yeah.
And you know, for my mental health, I absolutely love wrestling. I'm not afraid to admit it, and a lot of people will be surprised that I do have like a mental health nurse. I have this, that, and the other. I've been for counselling. That wrestling is my therapy. And one of the things is what my therapist said, because just recently I started Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, but as soon as I started, I had to quit because I'm doing too much. And my therapist said, she went, "Whenever you talked about wrestling, I could see your eyes light up. That is your tonic. That is your, that's your therapy there." So she
Yeah.
went, you know, "Maybe you need to quit something, but I would not quit your wrestling." And obviously, she went, "You won't quit your kickboxing." So she went, "You'd probably have to quit the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu because you're doing too much. I'm working full time. I've got two jobs. Do you know what I mean?" And she's right. And wrestling is just, for me, it is my tonic. It keeps me going.
Yeah, I think I've always called it my happy place. Like going to shows and stuff, that's my happy place. I've never once ever wanted to get in the ring. I always wanted to be like Lillian Garcia or like Michael Cole or something, because I thought
Mm.
I've got a set of lungs, I do like to talk. I could never imagine me in a ring, never. No matter how many years I've watched wrestling, it just wasn't like that thing for me. But I think once you find your thing, it is like a therapy for you.
100%. And the thing is, the wrestling fans, the crowd, um, talking about low self-esteem and confidence, and talking about Red Brocco. When my father died, when I was going through, when my whole world crumbled, divorced, I've lost everything, and this, that, and the other. I Jonathan Sedgwick called me back to UKW, and he knows I will never say no to him, right? And he just said to me, "Went, brother, I need a favor." I said, "What's that?" He said, he goes, "Will you do commentary?" And I'm like, and I'll be honest with you, I don't even know the name of the wrestling moves and all this, that, and the other. And I'm like, no, but I can't say no to him. Anyway, I went there, that commentary session. I don't know, I think I maybe said 10, 12 words. That's it, yeah. And then he asked me to do it again. And I came back and I started to, and as the weeks went, and I'm sat on commentary desk, um, I'm getting more and more confident doing the commentary. I'm enjoying it. And then I just turned around and said to him, I said, "Right," I said, "when do you want Mustafa back? Why are you not asking me to wrestle?" And he went, "No," he went, now I know you're back. Now, you know what I mean? And And the thing is, it's like, the wrestling family, the wrestling fans, when I went out for the first time, they never announced me. The noise in that place, I walked out and it just erupted. My music hit and the whole place just erupted. And Red Brocco came to me downstairs and he just said, he goes, "You see, brother, you're loved. You're loved." And I was like, "No, Brocco." And I always say it, and he went, "You do not understand. You are loved at UKW. You loved here at wrestling, you know." And it took me a while to accept it,
Mm.
and it just that, but when I came out again, and it was the same thing, and it was just like, I couldn't believe how much love the crowd give you. And there's a beautiful couple at UKW that they got me a cushion with my dad's picture on it with Bugsy, when he
Oh,
passed away and all this, that, and the other. And you know what? And this is going to sound, I know we're going a bit deep, but even at my dad's funeral, there were some of the guys from wrestling that came up. Do you know what I mean? And we didn't have to, we didn't ask. They turned up. And that meant the world to me. And that's what the wrestling community is like. And that's why I want to, I don't want to stop. And the bad thing about it is time. And I'm trying to do everything I can to do what I keep doing, because for me, I've even turned around to them lot at UK Dub years ago. I said to Jonathan, I said, look, so when it's time for me to quit, to hang my boots up, I don't want to walk away from wrestling. I said, you need to give me something to do. I still want to be around it. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And then, like I said, like, you meet some amazing people.
Mm.
And I speak highly of Alfie. We've had a conversation, and I went, that's one thing is Alfie drives all the way from Sheffield to Leeds just to come to my kickboxing session. Do you know, like, if that ain't commitment, and she's a fighter. And that's the thing, and I think wrestlers and wrestling fans, everyone that works around wrestling, we're a unique bunch of people. You
Yeah.
know, there's a bit of craziness in there as well, but you know,
It's taken me many, many years to find like the little family that I've got now. Like, I told Mark he's one of them annoying uncles at the weddings, you know. He weren't happy. But then I've got like Sammy, I just call him my little brother at this point. And it's nice. Like me and Chloe, like we're so close, and you just find your people. And it's like when Joe asked me to do comms and then he said, "Do you want to do it every week?" Like, I was so happy. Like, I nearly cried when he asked me. And I went outside and it was Yorkshireman. He
yeah,
just
yeah.
high-fived me and went, "Welcome to family, Nikki." And then, like, I was having a bit of a wobble at the pay-per-view, like mentally. And he just took me to the side and we just had a really nice chat. And he proper, like, got my head back on track. And I do think sometimes you just find them people you click with, and
Mm.
it makes life that little bit easier. Like we're saying, Alfie found Sky, and you two are thick as thieves. And I know you're close with like Callum and stuff down at PPW as well. And it's nice that we've all got our people.
Definitely, definitely.
Oh, I agree. A good community is like key, and yeah, I will say that's one thing like PPW and that do really well. The community, Liam and Nathan are always like, because I go to the gym there quite a lot, and they're like, "Yeah, it's just come in." Because I used to message them every day, and it was like, "You don't even have to message. As long as they're in, you can just come down, come just hang out." And I was like, "That is what I love." Like, it's just no pressure, and it's just chill and nice, and it's around people who sort of understand you, understand your vibe. So I'm very much aware I can be quite an awkward person. Like, I don't mean to be, but like people embrace it that know. So it's just like, yeah, and it makes you feel like, you're not just on your own. Like, you actually have people that get you and that just appreciate you for your authentic self.
100%. I mean, Liam, I'll be honest with you, and he's an absolute legend. He's an absolute legend. And one thing what a lot of people don't know is where I quit my job for 2 years to care for my dad, and I wanted to get back into shape while I was caring for my dad at home because I was constantly at home 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I kind of reached out to Liam. We got chatting, and he wrote me a program and all this, that, and the other. But my head wasn't in the right place, and that young man is he's got a heart of gold. Do you know what I mean? He's such a, and I haven't messaged, and I feel bad. I haven't really reached out to him, but he could have just turned around and said, "No, see you later." But he gave me a lot of advice, a training program, and this, that, and the other. And he went, "You know what? You've got this." And it was tough caring for my dad, seeing him decline. But then to know on the other hand that you've got a young chap there that's, you know, to support you as well. Do you know what I mean? And he didn't have to do that,
Yeah.
and he is, and I don't think anyone's got a bad word to say about him.
No.
He's a sound guy.
I had some stuff going on quite recently, and I just took him to the side. I'd come down to a house show, and I just said, "Can I have a quick word?" And he was like, "Yeah, of course." And we went outside, and he just went, "Right, Nikki, what's going on?" And I'm that comfortable with, I just broke down crying. I could not stop crying. We're stood in the car park in the rain with me crying my eyes out. Nathan then pulls up in the car, is just like, I'm like, ah. But then, and then a couple of weeks later, I was still having some issues. So I said to Mark, I'm going to message Liam. Like, I want Liam's advice on this. And I think the fact that he is so many people's go-to for advice, for help, just to, just anything, speaks so highly of Liam. Like, I can't rate that man enough. Like, he didn't have to take 20 minutes out of his day to talk me down from a ledge that I was on, watching videos that I was sending him of certain stuff. And like, he didn't have to talk me down from it, but he did. He took that time, and I think he's just a brilliant person, and you couldn't be in better hands, Alfie.
Oh, 100%. I say it all the time. Like, Liam is one of the best, like, a genuine person as well. Like, genuinely cares, genuinely has time, and will talk to you about whatever you need. And it's just so refreshing as well to have, like, someone training you that gets it. And, like, there's certain parts, and, he's a master at tech and we'll be in a sequence, and that he'll be like, "Oh, you need to spin this way," and I'll be like, "Okay, okay." But then he'll be like, this logo, to that logo, and I'm like, "Thank you." Like, he's just got so much patience, and like genuinely the patience of a saint. Like, I could not speak any more highly of him. Like, genuinely, he's just one of the people that are good people in life.
Yeah.
No ego. No ego.
No ego whatsoever. And the thing is, he could have an ego.
100%.
He would
Especially with what he knows and what he can
he's
do.
one of the people that you'd let off for having an ego. You'd be like,
Yeah.
well, not surprised. But he hasn't. He's still, to me, he is still exactly the same as when I met him at
Do you know?
NGW.
Yeah.
He is still that guy that I met then.
Yeah.
Like, he hasn't changed. Apart from, he's more popular now. He's more established, more, he's got his own school and that. But again, like I say, I saw him so many years ago selling tickets, being the Venga bus and all this. And it's like, I came back to wrestling and he'd got his own school. And I don't know, it's like you feel proud of them for how far they've come and
Mm-hmm.
happy for them. Like when I found out Jake had Planet,
Yeah.
I was like, I feel like I've watched this young kid who was pretending to be American at Grapple grow up into this man who's, you know, getting married, got a house, got his own company. And it's like things like that I see, and I see the difference. I'm just like, it's so many, it's good people that good things are happening to, and I love it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's finding the people that deserve it. Like, we're all for the good, kind people. We love the good, kind people in life, you know. So it is nice to see that and see the recognition that they are getting now. You're almost proud of, like, it's like, oh my God. Like, well, you know, like,
It's like you feel weird for feeling proud of them, but you feel proud.
yeah. Thank
Like,
you.
right, we have been on for an hour and a half, so
Oh, wow.
I think we're going to have to release this in 2 parts, and we should probably say goodbye.
Oh, can I put a disclaimer on that sometimes if I look like I had a resting bitch face, it's just because that's my face sometimes, and I just can't help it.
Me too.
Me 3. I'm always like that.
Like,
Yeah,
hey girls,
These
hey
pictures from
sisters.
Hot Tag
You
had
are.
this photo
yeah.
shoot at True Grit. Everyone's like looking all super cool. They're all like, with Belle. I'm like, for God's sake, why am I so cheesy all the time?
Like, I'm about as photogenic as a hammer, but that would be insulting hammers.
I just can't help it. I always grin. I'm a happy person.
Good, good.
Can't relate.
Right, we shall say goodbye. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I've had a blast. I have been Nikki, as always. This has been the incredible Alfie, the amazing Mustafa Khan, and let's not forget Dee Dee. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.